Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey guys, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. This is that hometown Bible bistro that you love so much. Come on in here and sit down. We're going to have us some 5-minute Bible study today, studying Psalm 70. And truly verse by verse, because we're doing a verse per day. It's only 5 verses long. As I mentioned yesterday, compare it to Psalm 40, verses 13 through 17. You'll see how similar it is, and you'll also see some significant differences, I think. We did verse 1 yesterday and said this is a psalm of, Lord, quickly come. Quickly come, Lord Jesus. That's been a prayer of the church for a very long time. The prayer that the Lord Jesus would hurry and return. Now we read here in the Psalms something very similar. It's not a return, actually, but this is a deliver me. Hurry up and deliver me. Make haste to help me, O Lord. Now let's look at verse 2. Let them be ashamed and confounded that seek after my soul. Let them be turned backward and put to confusion that desire my hurt. You know, I'm thinking about this verse, and we've had so much messianic material in Psalm 68 and in Psalm 69 that I'm almost tempted to class it with those verses that we had. Let me just turn back over here to Psalm 69. Just class it with those verses that we had in Psalm 69. It began there in verse 22. Let their table become a snare. Let their eyes be darkened. Let their habitation be desolate. Let them be blotted out of the book of the living, and not be written with the righteous. Those kind of verses. And we come here to verse 2 in Psalm 70. Let them be ashamed and confounded that seek my soul. Well, we've had that before. And it really falls on the edge of what we had in 69 so nicely that this is almost to something that's messianic. Let them be ashamed and confounded that seek after my soul. That was the intention of the folks that destroyed Jesus. They wanted him completely gone. Let them be turned backward and put to confusion that desire my hurt. But this also fits very nicely in the mouth of David. This is a psalm of David. So we see this in his experience. Who's after him? Well, Saul's after him. Saul wants to destroy him. So he says, let them be ashamed and confounded that seek after my soul, that being Saul and all those men that were after him, Doeg, the Edomite, and the others who wanted to see him gone. They desire my hurt. But what is it that God desires for the psalmist? God desires something different. And what is it that the psalmist himself desires? He desires deliverance and help. Those that are after him, they want his soul. They want his hurt. They want, those things. He's saying, Lord, I've got this on my plate. And I think, we can come a little bit further forward in time now and even say for us, we have an enemy that desires nothing more than our soul. The enemy, the devil, his agents, the flesh, the world, all of those active individuals and institutions that are seeking after our soul. This is a great prayer. Let them be ashamed and confounded that seek after my soul. Let them be turned backward and put to confusion. You see, if you're needing deliverance, turning back the enemy, you're running from the enemy. They're chasing you. If they're turned backward, what a great prayer that is. And put them to confusion that desire my hurt. We have enough enemies. This is a prayer for the church as well as the individual. The church is always under attack. Daily we are sent as sheep to the slaughter. So this prayer fits, as I said yesterday, very nicely in your pocket. This is that hurry up, God, deliver prayer. Pull it out of your pocket and pray it. Make haste, O God, to deliver me. Make haste to help me, O Lord. Let them be ashamed and confounded that seek after my soul. Let them be turned backward and put to confusion that desire my hurt. What a great prayer to pray. So that we might walk in the land of the living and follow God's way without interruption. Well, I hope you'll join me again tomorrow. We're going to look at verse 3 and see that these people that he's praying against have something to say. Join me then on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.